Morning guys, how are you today? So, I just want to tell you, never ever buy Aqua One air pumps. Alright, so the diaphragm's gone in it, which that's not the reason I'm saying never ever buy them. Well, kind of is. Don't buy them because that's only 12 months old. They should last at least 2 years. But they've got no pressure. That's the 12,000, and I had it running on my IBCs, and if you see, the lines for the airlifts are halfway because that's as deep as this stupid air pump would pump. Anyway, that's my rant for the morning. Don't buy that shit. So if you look under there, that little torn rubber, that torn rubber is the knocking noise. This little magnet here on the left is hitting the plastic at the bottom because that's swinging so far. Now, if this was a Shigo air pump, I would buy diaphragms for it. And I actually have a Shigo which I've completely rebuilt. I've put a new transformer on it and new diaphragms in it because I drowned it, and it was worth it. I don't know where that pump is. But anyway, this one's not worth repairing because the simple fact that it's like a 4 diaphragm pump, and I had them what do you call it, joined up and running into 2 lines, and they still only got to there. I couldn't get them any lower. So I'm going to find the Shigos. I've got 2 of them, and they're epic pumps. They're the best air pump I've ever had, but like on a smaller size, not a room size. I'll find it and I'll show you. So guys, I've done away with the Aqua One air pump. I'm going with the Shigo WS2. I do have a WS3, but me being me, I've lost it. It's here somewhere, but I think the 2 will be plenty. It's literally just to circulate. It's not like it is anything important. It doesn't need to be hugely high flow, and the WS2 is actually not much weaker than the WS3 from my experiences. So this here has got to be fun, guys. I hate trying to connect old hosing. So what I actually do is I chew on them, try to soften it up a bit. I know it sounds gross, but no. This isn't going to work, guys. I'm going to have to get new hoses. I'll have one more go. They're barb fittings, so once they're on, they won't really come off, but once they go like this, they're stuck. I don't know why they go like that. There is a brand, I can't think off the top of my head, but there is a type of, it's like blue, not clear, of airline that doesn't go hard over time. Alright, now this is going to spray water out. I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be the Revson gear. Don't hold me to that up. Now I'm trying to cut this off and it's spraying water at me. Alright, they're off. Now I really got to get my arse into gear because these are spraying everywhere. Alright, so I've grabbed the old hoses as a reference. Sorry guys, I'm not moving the camera. This is a bit of a rush job. I might actually go a little bit longer than the old ones because it was a bit of a stretch for that air pump. So I don't actually think it was these hoses here that made them go hard like that. They were, I remember them, they were second-hand hoses to start off with, which isn't ideal in any situation. So while we're on the subject of airlines, don't forget to keep your air pump either A, at a higher level than your water level, or B, have non-return valves. I try and get the hoses at a higher level simply because the non-return valves I find do create a little bit of a what's the word? Restriction. Nothing major, just a little bit. And then the power for this is here. So we'll be back in action in no time. Alright, so they're both working. A key tip, I can't see the pipes inside. Well, I can if I move all that insulation. Key tip, when your lines have got water in them, if you watch the lines, you can actually see if both are working. And so that, I'm going to put that on the side like that. Sorry guys, I can't really see it, but let's tie the car lead off a little bit so it never falls down. You can, yeah, so what I was saying is it's quite easy to tell that both are running because I can see that water moving that's in those lines. Alright, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for another couple of years. That pump's almost brand new. I sold a tank and it had that air pump on it, and I kept that air pump simply because I absolutely love them and I would never sell them with a tank because I'll never get my money back on them. Single tank use air pumps. I've played with heaps. Here's a few examples. If I hunt around, I could probably find at least 8 or so around my house. So the thing is, people, when I buy tanks and second-hand stuff, they always come with air pumps. So I may have bought that one actually. I bought that one. These ones are all just ones that I've bought with, that I've got given with tanks. The only pumps I've ever bought is the Shigos. This one hasn't even been unwound, like. But anyway, my point of this was the Shigo. I showed it's up there. The Shigo WS2 and WS3 are the best single tank air pumps you can buy. The WS3 I actually had running 6 sponge filters at once. So it's only a single outlet pump, but don't be fooled. That single outlet pump has more power than this 4 outlet and this 2 outlet. It is the most powerful air pump that I've ever used that is like this size, like not including like the big commercial size pumps. So this pump I bought originally to power at 2 foot deep, and that's how I ended up with the WS3, no, 2.5 foot deep on a tank I had. that's how I ended up with the WS3. Somebody recommended it to me, and my WS3 is 8 years old, and I've done diaphragms in it, and I had to do the oh, that's the other thing. Every single part in the Shigo pumps is replaceable. You can buy them. So for like $30, I rebuilt the whole pump. And yeah, I know I could buy this one here for under $30, but it's not the same. I'm sorry, but when it comes to air pumps, Shigo cannot be beaten. And while we're on the subject of Shigo, buy their heaters too, because their heaters are the best. So we're not turning the lights on in the fish room today, guys. I've got the sensor is just there, and it's on a rotator, so you can flip it. So I point it up at the roof and it keeps the lights off. If I do turn the lights on, he just smashes her. So I don't know what it is. I've only bred these guys once before. Last time they did not care about the lights, but this time they do. He's turned into a bit of an arsehole. Maybe that's a sign of maturing. The only thing I think it might be is when the lights flick on, I think they might associate that with food, because normally when I walk in, the sensor ticks off and I feed. So he gets aggro because he's trying to dominate for food. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I've got my fingers and toes crossed for these guys. I got the girl coming for this. Oh, you're not going to be able to see at all. So the boy that's in here, I'm pointing at him, but you can just see my finger. The girl that's coming for him and her will be my priority. But these are my practice fish, if you know what I mean. I've only bred Americans once before, and it was Jags, which is not these guys, obviously. The plan is to practice with these guys. If I do get it down packed straight away, awesome. And then this guy. Because with this guy that you can't see, you guys know who he is. I feel like there's a lot higher stakes with him. So if I can learn better here first, then that's good. And I've already learnt something. I took the plates from them too early. I was so eager last time that I don't think the male actually did his job properly. But this time I'm going to leave the plate for longer. I've got meth blue to put the eggs in. We should be a lot better prepared this time. Yeah, buddy, she's laying. On that note, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up here. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll put it in the top corner here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.